Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year! Yes, our traditional New Year's vlog is a little bit late this year, but I haven't forgotten. Hello and welcome back to, well, another vlog. And this is our usual traditional New Year's vlog, even though it's quite a few days late. Now, usually in this vlog, I'll have just a quick look back at the previous year as well as some quick thoughts about the year to come, so let's do the same. 2018 has been a pretty interesting year. Maybe not as much for my channel, but definitely a lot more for myself. Basically, for those of you who don't know, I do freelance teaching work. That involves going to students' houses to help them. That involves teaching in schools, teaching in classes. So basically a mix of teaching related activities. And the previous year was the first full year in which, well, I did just that. I didn't do any other kinds of work. Well, it works. I'm happy to report that I am able to hold my own. I am able to get a fairly okay income thanks to a mixture of great circumstances that came my way, of course. Over the past year, I've had many new experiences, both in terms of my personal life as well as in a tech sense. I've had a new computer, that was great. I've got to play with 360 video, that was great as well. So yeah, a lot of nice things have been happening. In terms of the channel, well, we did take quite a few breaks here and there, which was unfortunate. That's just the side effect of having, work and having to do videos at the same time. The good news, of course, is that now that I have a good computer, editing videos tends to be less of a hassle as compared to the past. But as always, as I've been doing for many years now, I've been trying to find ways to streamline things, to make things easier on my part, which allows me, of course, to focus on the important thing, coming up with the educational content, actually teaching it, delivering it well. So yeah, that's always good news. You may also have noticed that since the last batch of videos that came out, I've gotten, a little bit old school again, right, with our plain backdrop. I have indeed returned to, well, the place I filmed all my videos since I think 2012 or even earlier. Yes, this is the same white wall with the same lights. This again is part of the process to, streamline and simplify things because, yeah, the less I have to deal with, the better. And as it turns out, having to clear out my entire work desk to make it look like a good backdrop for my videos is not difficult, just time consuming. So we will see how we can actually make the backdrop look a little bit more interesting in the months and weeks to come. Speaking of future plans, 2019 is a year in which I hope to, do a little bit more, extend myself a little bit further. In educational terms, I'm hoping to move into areas like machine learning and artificial intelligence. Now, these things are the talk of the town. They have been the talk of the town for a while now. And I don't know how long this trend is going to last, but well, at least from my personal understanding of these subjects, it's not going anywhere. Moving into these areas will of course future-proof myself, but it will also allow me to deliver more interesting content, on the channel. So yeah, it's a win for everyone involved. It will of course allow me to do work in this area, which is always a welcome change. So yeah, looking forward to that. That is one big step I'm going to be making in the coming year. Now, another thing I've wanted to do for a very long time is to start developing stuff, is to start writing programs. I've done a lot of mini bits of development, either for the NERDfirst website, which is something I will come to soon, or for my own personal use. Some of these projects have gotten pretty big, but nothing that's, really suitable for deploying to the general public. I hope to change things this year. I've been talking about writing an FFMPEG helper for many years now. I've always had this picture in my mind of how to build it. Well, the next step is to actually build it. So hopefully, that is something that will come to fruition this year. That will be a later plan. For now, the big thing I want to deal with is the 360 camera utilities. If you've seen my last vlog using that camera, you will know I had a lot of pain points using that, piece of hardware. Every step along the way, from stitching the videos together to actually reprojecting it into a nice view, all of this took way too much trouble than it had any right to. And I wanted to, hopefully take some steps to simplify things. PISA, I actually do have everything in place now. That is at least the basic technology to stitch the videos together and to reproject it into a spherical format. I have everything ready. What is lacking right now is any form of user interface to make this, usable for people, as well as any guarantees of compatibility with, any computers other than mine. It works fine on my machine. It uses CUDA, which, requires an NVIDIA graphics card. So I'm trying to make it so that, more people can actually use it. I will hopefully be able to make some announcements on this project soon, but yeah, that represents a good first step. In terms of my personal life, I will also be going on course, hopefully very soon. This is basically an accreditation which will allow me to, do more in terms of delivering courses, at least here where I am. So yeah, that I think will be a good step forward. So yeah, that was basically a summary of the past year, just in general, as well as my future plans. Now, there are still some interesting things to discuss, right? Normally, I would talk a little bit about the channel's achievements over the past year. This year around, not a lot had happened. The subscriber count is going up steadily, which is nice. I only had, I think, one big breakthrough video, which, wasn't even one I put a lot of effort into, as you would see from a lot of the comments. But for whatever reason, YouTube's mysterious algorithm decided that was the video to propel into infamity, and yeah, I now have to live with that. Interestingly, a lot of my videos that, get popular are review videos. Well, that's clearly a sign from YouTube, if nothing else. But I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. I mean, I like doing the occasional review, just something I bought and I want to, just talk about it because I've had fun with it. But that's not my main thing, right? And I want to stay true to myself. I want to stay true to what I'm passionate about, regardless of whether it makes money or not. So the main focus of this channel will be the educational content. So yeah, that's more or less it for this quick little roundup. Time gets tighter and tighter for me, unfortunately, and that is something I've learned to deal with, in my past year or so of doing freelance work. And you know what? I don't hate it. Despite the fact that I have to deal with all this scheduling and sometimes it gets really messy, I've had a last minute cancellation for today, the very day I'm recording this video. But you know what? I've learned to roll with the punches. Things just don't always go according to plan, and you just gotta learn to deal with it, and that's one thing I am learning. Of course, what this means is it gets harder to come up with consistent videos, but I'm gonna push on. I'm gonna do whatever I can, make sure I have a good back catalog of videos that I can, slowly push and prod. And yeah, I'm gonna try and make less excuses. I'm gonna try and go for less hiatuses this year. I'm just gonna have videos for you. I'll do what I can within my means, of course. So yeah, we of course also need to have realistic expectations. Now, while on this topic of, realistic expectations, let's talk a little bit about the website as well. So, as you know, I've had many ideas for the NERDfirst.net website, and most of them haven't really come to much fruition. I've tried to do a wiki. That idea didn't quite pan out, and I've in fact already shut down the wiki portion of the website. At least I think I have. And that idea though, I still think it's a good idea and it's going to live on. As you know, recently I've revamped the entire NERDfirst website. Earlier versions, the previous one, the one with the dark theme, but that one was not too bad actually. I didn't hate it that much, but it was kind of getting difficult to maintain because it was filled with a bunch of plugins. It had a bunch of custom code that was not consistent, and yeah, everything was patched together with duct tape. So that taught me a lot about basic WordPress design. And so, taking that knowledge, taking the ideas that I still have and I still want to implement, I know I've been saying that for a lot, and I want to transition that to the new website. The website is about to move into its third year of existence, at least, in a couple of months' time. And yeah, hopefully in this year, we can get some content going. I have actually enlisted some help to get content onto the website. Of course, it still needs to go through one last layer of processing by me before the posts go out to the public. But hopefully this sort of lowers the barrier of entry in terms of, time commitment required on my part to get things moving. So yeah, this year, hopefully, is the year in which I get the website up and running. I am also moving into subtitling my videos again. that one is necessarily time consuming, but I have found some ways to make things better. I have now, written a small Python script to rip off the automatic captions that Google already generates on all the videos. And by modifying that instead of rewriting the captions from scratch, I think I can produce captions a little bit faster than before. So yeah, that's good news. Captions are great, they improve accessibility, and I think it's important. So that's something that will be happening. So yeah, that in a nutshell is where I will be going, for this coming year, and hopefully that will improve things a bit, right, for both you and myself. I also plan, like I always have, to make the videos a little bit shorter. And, well, based on the timestamp I'm seeing on the screen of the camera, I have already failed for the first video of the year. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you very much for listening to me waffle. Our first proper video will be coming out this Friday. We'll have Friday minis. And yeah, things will hopefully, start to pick up from that. Anyway, that's basically all I have for you for this video. Again, have a very happy new year. Until next time, you're watching 0612 TV with NERDfirst.net. Thank you very much for watching. If you like my work and are feeling generous, you can shoot me a one-time donation on PayPal or sign up for a recurring one on Patreon. Of course, you can simply like, comment, and subscribe. You know the deal. For more videos, links to my channel and a related playlist are on screen. Thank you for your support.